Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player on 1.1. But first, it is Saturday. Yes, I know it's not Friday, it's Saturday. It's supposed to be a Friday episode, but it is Saturday, so hopefully you're all having yourselves a great weekend so far, as well as I do hope to see you back on Monday as well. So, if you went to your last time, we had got the rail line going over to our packing plant, as well as the rail line going through. We got the tunnel finished, going through the power station, as well as we did a little bit of testing. We got some trains going to our packing plant to see if we could package ionized fuel, which we could. And we've also got canisters going, as well as a little bit of ionized fuel is being delivered every now and again, which is kind of weird. I don't know where it's coming from. It just keeps coming. I thought we were out of it, but I guess not. But today's plan is to build our battery array and hopefully get that finished, and then we can move on to making factories next week. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty then, and here we are. There's a little bit of a storm going on, of course. It is summertime. Yeah, my summer's been extremely busy, so it's just like, you know, trying to do all my side projects, as well as, you know, trying to make a little extra cash that I can, you know, on the side there with these automotive projects and stuff like that, trying to get that done and whatnot. Because y'all know, if you've been around for a while, you know how broke I am. That's okay. We're getting through it. But yeah, so like I said, we want to build battery arrays today. That's why next week we can finally get, I know I said it last week, but I want to get back into making some regular factories. It's just the reason that it didn't get started last week is because last week we ran out of power, and we spent all last week and this last week as well working on this power station slash packing plant, so we could package the liquids and gases, as well as we can have tons and tons of power. Now this is not running at the moment. Oh, there's a little bit of save. Hold on, I know how to fix that. If you guys ever have a bug where you're using your hover pack and it is lagging like crazy, you can take it off and put it back on, and that will fix it. Where every time it makes a new connection, it lags the game. But yeah, swapping over here, but you have to do it each time you load up the game, which is kind of it's kind of a weird bug. But yeah, we've got all of our ionized fuel pretty much stored in here. Yeah, it's just weird. The train leaves, it leaves it completely empty and comes back with usually 1 to 2 cars. Not this time, though. I like how it made me a liar immediately. Look, I caught it in the intro, okay? I caught you in the intro. You can't lie to me. Like, that footage could be weeks old. That'd be hilarious. Be like, yeah. What the hell? But yeah, and the way we're shutting off these, because as I've explained a few times, I am not shutting off 240 power generators with the UI hitting it on standby. I just ran it out of fuel, essentially, by turning off our valves, essentially. And since it's a gas, I don't really have to worry about too much about the generators getting enough fuel to start running again. It doesn't take very long to catch up. Plus, each pipe is only doing, what, 200 and some odd? If we take that 7.5, so we take that 7.5 and we times it by 24, that's only 100, it's only doing 180. So each pipe is linked up to 2 lines of 12, that's why I did 24. And yeah, it's only doing 180, so it's not going to take it very long to catch back up. Now, if you were doing max pipe, or close to max pipe flow, you might have to worry about that for a while. I mean, it will eventually catch up, but it'll take forever. That's just how it goes. But anyway, like I said, today's plan, battery, we're going to be building a battery array, essentially. We're going to make a blueprint. So let's get out the blueprinter with all of our lag. My CPU just absolutely loves this game, I tell ya. We get that placed down, and then we're going to be using these battery storages right here. We're going to use this as a blueprint. We're going to put a little, what I'm going to do is, you guys know the classic I don't know what they're called, like converters or whatever the hell they're called. Maybe they are energy storage units over at like substations and stuff in real life. I want to build one of those. And I think that'd be really, really cool to be able to set up. And then we just build we build a blueprint for it, and then we just place 1 million blueprints of those. Now, the way they're set up in real life is they're kind of rectangle. So if we could put like 2 of these next to each other. Now we won't be able to see the effects or anything because I am going to put walls around it and stuff like that. But I think it'd be really, really cool to be able to set that up. And maybe we'll build. Maybe I'll build the little tower that connects to these as well. And maybe it'll have one of these. Oh, it should have one of these in it as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. That way we can connect it very easily. Yeah, it should connect like this. But yeah, we can definitely connect it very easily like that. And especially that we'll have a blueprint for it. Because like I said, there's going to be a wall around this, so you're not going to be able to see all this clipping and stuff. There's the center. Okay, so that's the center there. Okay, that's the center that way. Perfect. Yeah. Gonna be an interesting blueprint, but I want to have... So, let's say I want to have 100 of these power storage units. That's going to be 50 blueprints. That's going to be a lot of blueprints. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. Stupid phlegm. Okay. Oops. Hopefully that didn't get picked up. Bumped my mic there. Had to move it back. A bit like there. Okay. Alright, okay, so the real life ones are kind of aluminum colored. Almost kind of like these. Although if I do with this, then I won't be able to use any other. Yeah, so from what my memory serves here... Okay, I want to cover up this entirely. Actually, maybe I don't. It will have a little bit of weirdness to it. Okay, something like that. So it's a bit like our containers, really. Put some walls around it. Alright, and the color that I want them, I don't want to do any of the finishes, because if we do finishes, then it's not going to look right. They're usually like aluminum colored, essentially, like a kind of a, almost kind of like a concrete, I suppose. Just without the red. I need just a straight gray. Maybe iron? Yeah, we could go with that. Yeah, that's definitely not a bad color. And it's all going to be that color, so we're going to go with that. Let's paint those. Paint that, and paint that. Okay. And it's just like, yeah, it's like just as long as those get covered up. And it's just the base, we're not done with it yet, so don't be like, oh, this is stupid. Like, I know it looks stupid now, just give me a minute, alright? Give me let me cook. As they say. As the kids now say. Yeah, let me cook. Actually kinda like that. Let me cook. Sounds good. Let's see. Okay, so that's good there for the moment. I'm gonna put some extras on this in a little bit, because I know there's like cooling fins and stuff. Or it seemed like cooling fins anyway. So the way I want to do this... Maybe we should have the cap stick out the top. What do you guys think? Should we have the cap stick out the top? I mean, what we could do as well, like this could be interesting. Oh wait, you can't. Nope. Nope. You can't even, I was thinking maybe we could clip them together. Like that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, let's have the caps stick out the top here. But just the caps, like just the very tippy top portion of it. So you can actually see it charging, so it still has that cool, like, effect to it. Let's see, when these are charging, hold on, I need to see when these are charging. I don't remember how far down it goes. It's been a while since I've used one. We'll wait for it to build first. Like I said, it's been a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that's charging. Right. Okay, so it's charging that way. Okay, is it this top portion that sticks out? I think it is, you know? Oh, wow, that's almost fully charged. No, it's not. Okay. I was like, wow, that's almost fully charged. No, that's just the whole system. Yeah, you see the top portion, like, getting ready to... Oh, I thought the whole thing was wobbling. It kind of is. Oh, yeah, it actually is. It's trying. Oh, it is charging that way. Okay. Yeah, look at the whole thing vibrate. Very slowly. So it's that top portioned ring then. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let out some pressure. Alright, so that's where we need to be then. Okay. So then, kind of want a top like piece just around the outer edge, and of course this is all gonna be the same color. I'm just going by memory. I should honestly pull up a picture of one of these just so I can see how they're built and then build the similar thing. Okay, and then we'll go. We need to do fix it roof. Fix it roof flat. Flat, please. Thank you. And I need to put this piece. Actually, this piece can go on the outside. It's fine. I think it's fine. No, maybe we do put it to the inside. Okay, that's the best we're gonna get there. Wrong way. There you go. Whoops. You know what? It's starting to look like it. Will not deny. It is starting to look like what I want here. I'm going to drag this down and then over. I just need to put the fins on it just about. I mean, we're going to put some lights on this too. I'm thinking like blue, kind of like electric blue. If you guys ever seen electric blue, what it looks like. It's almost kind of white-ish, in a sense. Okay. Can I put these on here? I can. Sometimes it doesn't allow you to do it. Here, I'll put these on here. Oop. just around the bottom. Put them just around the top as well. Alrighty. That looks good. Might pull one down the middle too. Nope, down here. It's just the inner, kind of inner look to it. Make it look structurally sound anyway. Okay. Trying to think, what else would I want to add? I'm thinking we use the H-beam to go from the top here. Next, what we want to do is connect this like this. And put in our connectors like that. Okay. Ah, got it. So I just had to think there for a second. And this is how we connect them together. And then it's somewhat clean. What's the height of this? 6? Let's go 5. That's clean, actually. I just kind of have an idea, and then I just kind of mold it to what I want. I really do like the look of these. These freaking H-beams. I-beams. Well, they're called I-beams, but they're called I-beams where I come from. Because they're like in a capital I, but also H-beams also work. Because they do look like an H, you know? You lay it sideways and there's your H. No, I was thinking, should we use Mark IIIs? I think that'd be really cool, but no, those are expensive. Especially because I'm not making those yet. There we go. Now we're clean. And that's how we connect to it. Not bad at all. Oh, and we'll add a little flair to it. I don't know about that. We do a full beam. Yeah, full beam looks good. It's like I want that there, but I don't want it to be... Okay, yeah, I can accept that. Alright. Oh, dude, that looks so good. And we're not even done with it yet. I still got to do other things. So now we do the fins, and I'm going to use walls for this. Is that going to be too thick? Well, I don't know, actually. Alrighty, so, yep, we got the blueprint done and finished, so here it is. I love it. It looks so good. I love it. So yeah, this is essentially the power So I figured out what this is called, by the way. I lost my train of thought there. This is actually called a transformer. There's two different kinds as far as I know. There's the normal big transformers that come off the power station, and then there's the step-down ones, which is at the substations, which will basically step down the power from super high voltage, whatever it is, down to lower voltage. It's just from what of my minimal research. Also, I got these signs in place here. These are just below the caps. But yeah, there's also capacitors as well, and stuff like that. Now, these are basically massive capacitors, but inside of a transformer. But yeah, these look really, really cool, and I do like the way I designed this. I even put like these little painted beams in here, painting them like copper. Obviously, that doesn't make any sense, but yeah. And I went with the electric blue, and it looks very, very good. I imagine it's going to look very, very good at night. It's pretty minimalist as well. I didn't want to go too much further than what it already is. I mean, you can see the cost of it already. So yeah, pretty expensive. So yeah, now we're going to go put these down. The other thing, I did want to change that actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to change that specifically. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to let me. So I wanted to do this as well. Looks like it's glitching out. Yeah, there's not a really good way of doing that. I forgot I did want to do that, but I don't think it's gonna make it work. Now there is a way we can do it. If we go to architecture and we take ourselves like a pillar, we throw the pillar down. Now unless they change this, and we take one of these and we stick it on here, as you can see, it raises it up when I try to put it in the middle. Now what we can do is we can go just where it lifts it up slightly and hit the H key. Now we need to make enough of a difference that the game doesn't recognize that they're overlapping. Yeah, which it does recognize they're overlapping, so that wasn't high enough. So go right there, maybe? Okay, that's still too low. What we could do is, nope, we can't zoom it down. Usually that height works. And I don't think it, does it do platforms at all? Or does it care about platforms at all, I mean, as long as I can get it in there, I don't really care that there's a ladder, necessarily. So I guess we'll find out. Nope, it doesn't like it. Although the ladder would look really cool right there. I might use that. I might still use the ladder. Yeah, basically though, what I am trying to do is I am trying to make it overlap. There we go. Okay, is that too high or are we good with that? As long as there's no gaps. Yeah, there's not really a gap. It's like, and actually that's not bad. As you can see, it is slightly higher. But this just allows you to basically connect either way. I wonder if I can get that a little bit closer. If I can get that just a little wee bit closer. I want to get it as close as I can. Now, generally, you would you'd be doing this from the bottom. I'd have to tear apart the side. I guess that'd just be my fault for not doing it beforehand. Okay. That's about as close as we're going to get. That's 3 ticks. 2 ticks was not enough. And 3, let's see what 3 ticks does. Okay, that's as close as we can get it, unfortunately. There we go, at least it's the same color. You can see there's no gaps in the beams or anything. So yeah, that's the closest we can get it, and so that way you can connect it either way. And then what we'll do is to connect them together is we'll connect it like this. Oh. It should say 0 out of 4, which it just about does. Okay, so now those two are connected together. And it doesn't take up any of the connection points up here. So that way you can, basically you'll be able to put these either way you want and still be able to connect them up nicely together, if you like. All right, so we'll go ahead and save that. And the tower with the little ladder actually makes a nice touch as well. Because, you know, that way you can still climb it technically. And you won't be able to climb. Actually, we could put a ladder. You know what? We could put a ladder here to make this look like it's all architecture. I just couldn't remember where the ladders were for some reason. I want to put this. Is that good? And of course we paint it. Make it look like it's a piece of the... Yeah, you can climb it. And then you can climb up to the next one. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's actually not bad, and it blends it into the build a little bit. I could have not gone too much higher, but... Or too much lower. Actually, I probably can. Let's try that one more time. If I can get it to where it only sticks up above a little bit. Oh, you can see the ladder inside the build. Oh, now it's the wrong way. That's definitely the wrong way. Where the hell did that go? I have no idea where that ladder went. I nudged it away from the wall and it went somewhere else entirely. Where the heck is it going? Hello? I'm so confused. Where did my ladder go? I guess I'll have to aim it at the beam instead. Okay, that'll work. Not quite. There we go. There's where I had it last. It's like, yeah. I'm actually, can we build ladder? We can't build ladders downwards, can we? Oh, you can. Of course. Of course you can. I guess we can put it at the height we want, which is roughly there. Can we overlap ladders? We can. There we go. Yep, and then you can just climb right to the top and then get up in there. Very nice. I actually like that. It's a bit nice. Okay. There we go. Has a nice little hidden ladder feature up to the top so you can maintenance it. Now I'm kind of tempted to do it like that instead. That looks a little better, actually. Just a little more material added on. All right, cool. I like this. All right, so now I just got to figure out. So I know it's 2 per, so we're gonna need 50 of these suckers. Now they are 1 foundation wide. A little more than a foundation wide. So we'll say we'll need a 2x2 space roughly to be able to put these. Now, normally the power station doesn't have a million of these sitting around. It has a bunch, but it doesn't have as many as we're gonna put down. Yeah, and I also need to find the middle and then spread out from the middle, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out from there and go this way and then out this way, and make that work. So yeah, we'll get a platform down and then we'll get all those start getting those in place, I think, and it should contrast pretty decently. We'll have a little bit of smoke coming through, but I'm okay with that. It's like, yeah, I know you can delete them. I don't want to delete them though. Why? I actually don't have an answer. I don't have an answer to that. I'm sorry. I just don't. I want it, for some reason, I want to leave the wrecks around there. It you know, populates the world and whatnot. However, if I ever do end up in a situation where I have to build a factory somewhere and the pieces are in my way, then that takes precedence over. But a little bit of smoke isn't gonna hurt me at all. So it's like a little bit of smoke doesn't hurt you, but a lot can kill you. Well, it can, definitely. I can finally dispatch these enemies. Because we're going to be building power over here, so they shouldn't respawn. 1.1 has completely broken the retaliation feature. I have it on retaliate, and they don't retaliate a lot of the time. Whatever. Okay, so I think I've got a layout that I want to work with. These might be a bit close together, but I really don't have the room to argue. So you know what? I might have been able to get more if I put them sideways. How many do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. So I got 24. Actually isn't bad. It does bode well for a decent amount. But what if I put them this way? I wanted to put spaces in between them, but I'm not going to be able to. Like I said, I don't really have the space to argue putting them in between, you know. Let's see. And I think it's 2 past. Or no, it's the foundation. That's right. Those are on the foundation. I might be able to fit more if I put them this way, you know? Like, maybe. One, two. Let's see. Three. It does lag my PC out a little bit. 4, 5, 6 and I'm out of quartz crystal. Dang it. Okay, let's pick these up real quick, because I think this might be, other than doing it this way, I think this might be the better way. They'll fit better this way anyway. Oh my game, my PC hates me so much right now. Look at this lag. Like, get her! Okay, I don't want to go any further. What I say, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we got 7, 8. Looks like we're going to be able to do 9. Maybe 10. Yes, we can do 10. Okay, we can do 10. We're going to have trouble with this, I can tell you that much. So that's 20 right away. Okay, we'll go pick the rest of these up. It's either that or I scooch. I might be able to scooch it all over. How far do I need to scooch? I don't want to scooch too far because this is like the walkway, right? In between. I'd be more inclined to scooch it further that way. Yeah, like I said, I want 100 battery banks. So I need to see if I can fit them in here. Because that would be really awesome if I could. But again, I don't have a whole lot of space. Yeah, it's like I'm more inclined to push it over, but I can't really do that either. And the other reason I'm more inclined to push it over, or at least do 9, is... yeah, we're going to end up running into that. Well, there's more room on this side anyway. So if we can do... we'll see how many lines we can get out of this. Wait for this autosave before we crash our game. Now the cool thing is the way I have this set up is when I put this blueprint together, I could put it like this, and it actually has a gap in between because of the power, because these power poles here. As you can see, these power poles, they just about touch, which is actually pretty cool. A lot of connectors in here. So yeah, I'm more than willing to do this. See if I can see how far I can push my game here. Oh, I'm out of material. So much for that. Keep running at iron. It's 428 iron plates and 372 steel beams. Those factories again worked out for sure. Just waiting on the iron plate now. Also, I'm out of ammo. I should buy some ammo. I have 1 bullet left. There it is. I'm gonna go pick the rest of these up. Once I decide how I want these, then we'll plug them in. And then that's going to be a lot of power to be stored. And then we can get rid of those at the, we can officially get rid of those at the base. Well, the temporary base, I should say. But yeah, these look freaking cool. I do love them at night. They look really nice. The electric blue going on. I'm glad I didn't go too crazy with it, because then it's not too, oh, what do you call it? It's not too like that video game in the movie. People will be like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, the one with all the neon. Because that narrows it down, right? It narrows it down in the 80s? Whatever movie. I don't really care. Okay, so there's 20. Still being built. So there's 20 that we've got so far, so that's 40. You know what? I might build it despite this. And just say to hell with it. But yeah, I definitely need more iron plates and steel beams and stuff. Alright, let me see how many I can fit here. I could probably fit 4 lines is what I'm going to guess. And then we'll fit the other 10 over here. Because we'll be able to fit 2 side by side. I think that would be the best. Yeah, despite this, I was planning on building around it like I did here. But despite that, I think I am going to just build through it. And just say I don't care. Because I really don't on this particular thing. I don't know. I'll build 3 and then I'll see how many I can build on that side. We'll see what happens here. Alrighty, so now we got our battery bank. We actually ended up with a few extra. We've actually got 60 here rather than 50. So we've got 120 batteries instead of just 100. So that's actually pretty nice. I haven't got them all hooked up yet, but so yeah, I just kind of smashed them all together essentially. Of course you can walk in between and whatnot. I can't go any further this way either, because then I end up running into this this rock here, which is kind of unfortunate because it'd be nice to be able to put 200 down. Just because, you know, I'm a little greedy when it comes to that. But yeah, that looks pretty good. So all we got to do now is basically connect these, which I'm just going to connect it via this. I want to see if this is better. I think this is better than this. Yeah, that's definitely better. So if we connect that, yep, that should start charging up all of our batteries. Yep, see, we're at 11% charge now, rather than 100%. How long is it going to take to charge, by the way? Looks like an hour, so we'll have that done next week. And I'll go and make an extra connection on this side. Just so that we're connected properly. But yeah, that's a lot of battery banks. There's a lot of battery banks. I'll connect to this side. There we go. And because I was able to cross these and make it look good, you know, we connect all of the lines this way and then all the lines this way. And it actually looks pretty good. Now, I didn't cross every single one. Gosh, that would take forever. But yeah, it does look like everything's getting charged. Be nice if I could see how many is on the thing. But yeah, we are charging. We're using all of our extra power to charge these suckers. So yeah, if we run out of power at any point, we're going to have hopefully a decent amount of time before we completely run out, you know? Yeah. Looking pretty good. Unfortunately, I ended up hitting the sand over there, but that's the way it goes. Because like I said, I can't put any more on that end. Because we're out of room. And now that we've got this hooked up to the main train line, I'm not moving this again. This is where it's at. This is where it stays. Oh, man. But yeah, that now that we have that done, that's pretty much the power station done. Obviously, there's still a little bit of work to do, but I think we'll leave that for another time. What I mean by there's a little bit of work to do, there's a little bit of little bit of decoration to do, a little bit of putting stuff together and whatnot. So yeah, just little pieces, little bits and pieces here and there that we still have left to fill in as well, like railings and whatnot. So we got the railings on this side but not the other side, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think though we can finally move on to doing other factories. We got a decent amount of power and a decent amount of power storage, which was my entire goal anyway. But yeah, we'll just have to deal with what we got for now until we can make ionized fuel fully. Because obviously, if we ran on ionized fuel, we'd run out very soon. And then we wouldn't have any ionized fuel for later. Because when I actually get ionized fuel fully automated, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn it on for our power. Let's see if we can fill the rest of this in. It's a little bit laggy now. There's a little one too many pieces in this small space. Oh. Come on, autosave. There you go. But yeah, as far as functionality and as far as, you know, having done what we've got done, this looks fairly good. I'm pretty happy with it as well. Everything is looking good. As you can see, this stuff is a charging. Look at that, that's so cool. So freaking cool. All right, well, I suppose with that, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So like I said, next time we're going to continue, exactly next time, we're going to continue building this rail line. I want to get this loop complete that goes back out to the grasslands, and we need to get the grasslands kind of train loop also complete as well, so that this side of the world, it would be connected, because the grasslands are just over there. So we got some rail line to build. As you can see, there's our circuit board factory. You can just about see that big old gray box up out in the distance. Oh, I did crash, by the way. That's that was fun, building all that stuff over there. But yeah, like I said, that is going to be it. So I know, yeah, today's Saturday, so again, hopefully y'all have yourselves a great rest of your weekend, and I also hope to see you back here on Monday. And since that's going to be it, though, I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.